Welcome, super smarties. Let the learning begin. Okay, let's do a temperature check. Remember, the goal is regulated and ready to learn, but really when you're taking a temperature check, all you're doing is just checking into where you are. Yellow zone is just a little bit frustrated, sort of getting overwhelmed, need to regulate, maybe get a calm down container, do some breaths, focus on a fidget, maybe take a little bit of a walk. If you're in the red zone, you're highly dysregulated. You need to have some time apart, maybe jump on a trampoline, punch a punching bag or the air, maybe go outside and run around in circles and scream. And if you're in the blue, kind of just don't feel well, like, you're feeling blue. Maybe you just are kind of not happy, but not really anything else either. Or maybe you're starting to get sick. Not a good thing. Mostly breath and a little bit of motion, a little bit of a mind shift can help you get back into the green zone so that you're regulated and ready to learn. You can use this check-in system all throughout the day, even when you're not focusing on learning activities. Anytime you have to be with other people or you have to get something done that requires focus and attention, it's a great idea to just do a little check-in. And breathe. So this time, we're going to take my shimmeez owl, and we call this shimmeez shrink, because shrink helps us shrink our worries, shrink our concerns, just by focusing on breathing and petting him. And these, maybe not this owl, but these kind of objects are all over. My sons have pillows with this. A lot of my students have shirts with this. So, and if you have it on a shirt, you can just pet your shirt. But I like the little owl because it's like having a little bit of a friend with me. He doesn't say anything. He just sits there. And I think, who needs a friend? I do. And even if you're regulated, it's very, what my children say is satisfying to just pet him up and down. And what's nice is you can make little designs in him too. So you can just use one finger. You can use your whole hand. You can even use your nose. All right, so we're going to pet him 3 times and take 3 breaths, because when we're thinking about being regulated, we think of how things often come in threes: morning, noon, night, beginning, middle, end. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Start, work, finish. All right, so here we go. And as you're petting the little shimmeez, or you're petting your little pillow, or whatever it is that you're petting, you just focus on the texture and how it feels. And let your thoughts just disappear. You allow them to come in and let them go out. All right, and if you didn't have a little petting pillow or a little petting pal, you could just focus on your own hand, even your arm, your legs, your hair. The idea is just to make a connection with something textural and focus on the texture as you pet it. All right? Great. Let's focus on our calendar now. Remember, composition book or notebook or loose leaf paper, so you can transfer all of this learning into that book and then revisit it again and again and again. All right, right, so I think I moved my black pen. So I think today we're going to add information with a different color. My black pens were getting kind of icky every time I used them. They were drying up. So I think we will use blue to mix it up. I have never had a blue face space, so this will be new. And instead of making it rhyme with space, face, face, space, with the ace sound at the end, I think this is going to be blue. This is blue. New blue, the face space. Doesn't rhyme at all, but it completely describes what you see. This will mix it up for your brain too. All right, so if yesterday was the 14th, one more than 14 is, let's start back. So we're going to reach back and start at 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I'm going to erase both of those because I want to write them in blue. I put a 1 in the tens place. I put a 5 in the ones place. 15. 5-15-20. Hey, those are all divisible by 5. That means each of them has at least one 5 or more 5s in them. So 1 5 is 5. 3 5s is 15. 5, 10, 15. 4 5s is 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. So if you were counting by 5s, you'd need a 10 here. It'd need to be 5-10-15-20, and that's not going to ever happen in a date. And it's kind of cool when you're looking for patterns in math to see how these numbers are interrelated or connected. So yesterday, when we wrote this yesterday, it was Thursday, and so Thursday's yesterday was Wednesday. But today's not Thursday, today is Friday, the last day of the school week. And so Friday's yesterday is Thursday. So crazy this cycle. So I'm going to erase it there, relying on my smart brain, my smart cards, and my smart chart. I'm going to try writing it, looking up into my brain instead. Thursday. Face space, capital THURSDAY. And put a period. And if yesterday was Thursday, then today is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday follows them, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the week comes to an end. But before the week comes to an end, the school week comes to an end. So it's capital FRIDAY. So yesterday was Thursday, that's in the past. Today is Friday, that's in the present. Tomorrow will be, it can't be Friday. Has to be last day of the school week, Saturday. So if yesterday was Thursday, today is Friday, tomorrow will be Saturday. 3 syllables, 3 parts, lots of sounds. S-A-A-T, one sound but 2 letters. U-R-day, D-A-Y. 3 sounds, but it's a chunk, day. And a period. Tomorrow will be in the future, and my E has disappeared off of future. That's a crazy word, future. Sounds like it should have a C and an H, and it doesn't. Tomorrow will be Saturday, and that's in the future. All right, the sentence at the bottom, our daily sentence, had gotten all murky. So I decided to rewrite it. Now that I'm using the blue, it works even better. So we're going to transfer this sentence down, and when I look back up, I must be awake because I just made another mistake. And what we know about mistakes is they're expected, especially by me, and especially if I'm awake. They have to be inspected, then they have to be respected because they help us learn. That's how we learn. And we also know that opportunities to grow are all around us. That's our growth mindset quote. Let's turn that into a mind shift intention. I will seek to use this as an opportunity to grow. And throughout the day, every time I make a mistake and when I try things that feel difficult to me, I'm going to decide that those are my opportunities to grow. And learn and grow go hand in hand. I can't grow if I'm not learning. So I'm going to learn from this and inspect it. I think it was just oversight. I'm not used to writing in blue, so I think my brain did not go to automaticity. It didn't do what I routinely do. All right, but now we're going to transfer that sentence down. Today, capital T-O-D-A-Y, face space, is face space Friday, capital F-R-I-D-A-Y, comma, May, M-A-Y, 15. I put a 1 in the tens place. I put a 5 in the ones place. 15. 2020, comma, 2 in the thousands place, 0 in the hundreds place, 2 in the tens place, 0 in the ones place, 2020 in a period at the end. All right, now we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures, and each of those pictures has a line underneath. Now we're not going to fill in the line with a letter to create a word. What we're going to do is we're going to say the word. We're going to listen to and isolate the sounds, and then I'm going to write the word above it, and we're going to see if each of those words, or below it, I'll write it above or below, each of those words has the same number of letters as sounds, or if it's a different number of letters and sounds. Now we've been talking a lot about every letter needing a vowel, and how vowels essentially are the glue that holds our words together. And our vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and then sometimes Y. And when we see Y, we have to say, why can't it decide whether it's a consonant or a vowel? Indecision. In some words, Y is a consonant. Some words, it's a vowel. Super confusing. All right, so here we see some rain. Rain. A, N. How many sounds do we hear? A, N. We're using phonemic awareness, listening and isolating the sounds. A, N. Rain. 3 sounds. Let's try this one. It's a bed. Bed. B, E, D. Bed. 1, 2, 3. Same number of sounds. Let's look at this one. This is a snake. S, N, A, K. S, N, A, K. Snake. S, N, A, K. 4 sounds. This is grows in the ground, in my front lawn and my back lawn. Grass. G, A, S. K, A, S. K, A, S. 4 sounds. How about this one? This is a I'm not sure I put the correct number of sounds. I think we're going to have to add one. Unless I can't remember what I was, because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, is that a glass or a drink? Maybe I thought it was a cup. Let's use cup. But it also could be a glass and a drink. Let's try cup. K, P, K, P, K, P. That's a cup, and a cup has 3 sounds. K, P, 3 sounds. All right, let's go back and let's look. I'm going to write the words. We're not going to sound them out. I'm just going to write them. So this is rain, and when we write rain, let me pick a different color. so that's much easier to see. This is rain. Here's how we spell rain. Now there's an A and an I in the middle of that. So when we write the word, the two vowels sit in the middle and they make one sound. So really, even though there's only 3 sounds, there's 4 letters. So that's why it's really important that you always take a picture. Let's look at the next one. This is a picture of a bed. One sound for each letter. This is a picture of a snake. S-N-A-K. There are 2 letters at the end. The E is giving all of its power over to the A to make it long and strong and saying his name. A, snake. So even though there's only 4 sounds, there's 5 letters. Take a picture. This is grass. G-R-A-S. Do you see that at the end? If we spelled it phonetically, we'd only put 1 S. Take a picture, because there are 2 S's in that word. And this is a cup. Now I could have made it glass, and glass would have rhymed with grass, but I didn't have enough lines, so I made it cup. K-up. 3 sounds, 3 letters. Those are exactly the same. All right, make sure that you've transferred this to your composition book, and we're going to move from our little Nano-Lesson, lesson, and we're going to go to our micro-lesson, which is a little bit bigger than the Nano-Lesson, but not a full lesson. We're going to take a field trip. So everybody, get your backpack, get your smart brain, bring your thinking mind, climb aboard the bus, honk honk, beep beep. Psh, time to build up schema. And I'm going to use a lot of different colors because I hate drawing lines, so we're going to use circles. What we're looking on here is the math game of opposites. Opposites are when you do something that is the complete different than this. So this is the palm of my hand, and this is the back of my hand. Those are opposites. If I'm looking at one, I can't see the other. Opposites. Opposites. So we're going to look at the pictures on the left, and using those picture clues, we are going to put on our math brain, math it up, and use our math magic. We have to find the picture on the right that shows the opposite of the picture on the left. So we'll start with the blue. This is a door. Let's look at the pictures on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures on the left. So we're looking for a door. Is it the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth picture? It's the second. So here's the second picture. This door is what? This door is open. This door is closed. Those are opposites. Open, closed, opposite. Let's try the next one. The second picture on the left matches which picture on the right? The first, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth? Nope. Bing, bing, bing. So it's the third. This is a face, and this is the face. So they're the same that way, but they're opposite because this one is what? Sad. This face is sad. This face is happy. Those two are opposites. Let's try the next one. this is a mug, and inside it has something that's very hot. See the vapors coming up? That's showing the mug has something very hot. Maybe it's cocoa or hot chocolate. So here is a mug with a liquid that is hot. Mugs are designed to hold hot liquids so that it doesn't burn you. Sometimes they still conduct some heat and you get your hands around them and they're hot. But if you have mittens on, they make you nice and warm. But they're designed to hold the heat of the liquid in and to not necessarily burn your hands when you touch it. But they have this handle that doesn't conduct the heat, and so you can safely hold it. And you can put things that are a lot hotter into your mouth than you can put on your hands. Funny, huh? The vapors in your mouth cool it off. Now, when I'm looking to the right, I don't see another mug. I see a girl and a moon and stars and an arrow. We've already used these two, so we're eliminating them. And then I see a glass or a cup. Oh, so we're not necessarily looking at the container here. We're looking at the liquid inside. That was a little confusing for me. So this has hot liquid. She might have drank something, but we can't see the liquid. Not liquid in the sky, not liquid in an arrow. But there is liquid in the glass or the cup. And inside I see some ice cubes and a straw. So this would be what? Cold. This liquid is cold. And this liquid is hot. Hot and cold. Those are opposites. Let's try another one. Whew. This is hot too. What is it? This is the sun. So we're on the fourth picture down. It's a sun. And when does the sun come out? In the day. So our choices could be sun, hot, and day. So let's look on the right. We've already used the first, the second, and the third. So we have the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth. There's an arrow, a moon and stars, and a girl. Let's look at the arrow. Could the arrow be opposite sun, hot, day? 0 show cold, night? No, so it can't be that. Let's look at the girl. I don't see how the girl could be opposite. Here's the moon and the stars. And it's not always cool at night. Sometimes it's hot at night too. But it could be hotter. So we could change it to hotter. And we see a moon. So moon is opposite sun. We could put cooler. It could be hotter and cooler. And we see a day, and this could be night. So using all the information that we know about one thing, we were able to link it with something else that had correlating or related information. And that's how we found the opposite. Let's look at the next one. Here's a girl. Now we only have 2 pictures left, a girl and an arrow. And here we see an arrow and a girl. So obviously they have to be what? They have to be related to each other. So the girl has to go with the what? Girl. And the arrow has to go with the what? The arrow. All right, so let's look at the girl. I'm going to circle the girl. Now this is a girl. But this is also a what? A girl. Now if I had made this a boy, they would have been opposites by girl and boy. So obviously it's not an opposite with gender. They're both girls. So that is not how we're going to relate them. What else do you see though? They're dressed exactly the same. Their hair is exactly the same. They're the same shape, the same gender, the same color. They're wearing the same clothes. What's different? Oh yeah, the size. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see that. Thanks for telling me. So this one is what? This one is really little. And a synonym for little is small. Little or small. And this one is really what? Big. So those are opposites, little and big. Now the last one we have is, I'm looking for a marker that I haven't used because I've used all these colors. Look, I found a black. See if it works. Might be real hazy and then it'll look gray. But at least it's different than all the other ones that I have. Okay, so we have an arrow and an arrow. They're exactly the same color. They're exactly the same size. That's not going to work like what we did with the girl. They're exactly the same shape. So they're not a different color, and they're not a different size, and they're not a different shape. So what's different about them? They're both arrows. They're black. They're arrows. Black, arrow. So that's not the correlating factor because that's exactly the same. What's different about them? I don't think I see anything that's different. Do you? We have to inspect this very closely. Okay, let's look for something else. Okay, I see a line on each, and I see the triangle point. Okay, this one is pointing to the girl. This one's pointing to the moon. They're both pointing to something. Oh, look. Do you see it now? This one is pointing up. It's going up to the girl. And this one is pointing down. Oh, I didn't see that at first. When my eyes looked at one side and then the other, it didn't see that they were pointing in different directions. So one is pointing up and one is pointing down. Up and down are opposites. And my black is working just fine. That was pretty awesome. Wow. That was the hardest one. That took me a while to figure that one out. Good thing that I know I need to never, ever give up. Because the key to mastery is effort. That last one took me a lot of effort. I bet you saw it right away. Did you see it right away? I did not see it right away. But I saw it after I looked and I put out a lot of effort. All right, my brain is so tired and it's Friday. I gotta give my brain a break. All right, schema shop shut. Store closed. Schema store closed. Goodbye, super smarties. Come back again ready to learn. I'll be ready to teach. Here's some pride. You should be proud. It seemed kind of easy and then it was so difficult. But we stayed with it. We had grit and tenacity and stayed with it. Good job. Those are superpowers. Super smarties need superpowers. Super teachers need superpowers. Here's some love. You can take it now or you can save it for later. All right. Hey, I got other things to do, so I got a jam. I guess I'll see you on Saturday. Until then, super teacher.